Alright guys, today I'm running you through some of my favorite non-issued kit. This is all stuff that's been tested and used by myself or trusted buddies and teammates of mine that know their shit. Because let's be honest here, a lot of the issued stuff feels like it was made over 3 cups of coffee and a quick guess. But real quick, everything I'm about to show you, plus more, even this hat, is in the link in my bio. It'll also be in the link in the description on this video. That link's going to take you directly to my military kit shop. It's an Amazon storefront, and yeah, I get a little commission, but honestly, pocketing it just isn't my style, and it's really not my niche. So with that, a chunk of every purchase is going to go to a reputable veterans charity or organization. My whole niche is helping you guys out, right? So if I can at least help out some of the veterans as well. I know we have a huge crisis with veterans on the street right now. I wish I made enough money myself to just get them off the streets, but I don't, so this is the least I can do. And at least you know you're going to do some good too. So go ahead, check out that link, and let's get into it. Starting off with my US Marines TAP rig, or Tactical Assault Panel. I'm not going to talk too much crap about our issued vest, but if you know, you know. And honestly, without even pointing out the issues with the issued TAC vest, some guys just don't like issued stuff. So having a solid modular chest rig or load bearing rig that actually fits your needs is huge. So the great thing about this rig, you can set it up how you want it. The rig itself comes pretty bare ass, but it's built in with 6 mag pouches and 2 radio holders. So all that MOLLE you get in the front is completely open for customization. I'm not going to dive too much into this rig. I did a review on this already. If you want to see the deep dive on that, go ahead and check out that video. But as you can see here, I've got plenty of different customizations, some added pouches, some added mag pouches, and the straps allow you to tighten it at the waist, and the Y-stripe adjustable harness makes it super comfortable for long load-bearing marches. And to be honest, it's a cheap piece of kit. You can pick this thing up for like 150 bucks, and that beats the hell out of some of these sword kits for 600, 700, 800 bucks. And I want to mention something about plate carriers really quick now that we're on the topic. Most units, pretty much every unit in the CAF, will let you wear your own chest rig, but they're going to make you wear your frag vest too. And the frag vest is our issued plate carrier. To me, it seems pretty redundant to wear a plate carrier over a plate carrier. This rig fits fine over our frag vest, even with the plates. It's super comfortable, and it was cheap. Can't complain. Next up, before I put this rig away, the med bag. I've got my med bag strapped right to the front of my rig. You're going to learn really quick in the Army never to rely on what's issued, especially with the medical supplies. Unless you have a medic with you, that's pretty much the only exception. Unfortunately, the medical supplies within the sections often don't get kept up with, so when it's time to use them, they're sometimes lacking. So having your own, easy to locate, quality med kit that includes a tourniquet is huge. Spend the extra few bucks, use it properly. It can literally save your life or someone else's. Next piece of kit, and I use this one pretty often, honestly, is my little recce bag. I called this a recce bag, but honestly, it was first intended to be a camelback carrier, but I actually opted for a different type of carrier for my camelback, but this thing was just too good to give away. I'll take this on small patrols, recce's, raids, quick missions that I know I'm not going to need a whole lot of kit, and it keeps me agile. There's a few different compartments in here. I like to keep some maps, maybe some snacks for my rations, extra water, ammo, socks, glow sticks, pretty much any mission essential kit that I think I might need. A non-issued ruck. So technically this ruck was issued to me. It was lying around in our stores cages. It was sitting there for a little while. I asked if I could have it, so my storeman signed it out to me. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to brand names, I have no idea what this is. But the closest thing I can compare it to is the Mystery Ranch rucks. It has an honestly ridiculous amount of pouches and pockets. Every time I look through, I swear I find another one. And on top of that, it's just crazy adjustable. You can fit a bunch of stuff in here and compress it down pretty tight. And on the back, just like the issued ruck, it does have plenty of back support, as well as thick adjustable hip support. So again, for long load-bearing marches, it's going to be no problem with this ruck. I haven't had any issues yet, and I go for long rucks either by myself or with my course all the time. Next up, a non-issued day bag. I'm going to be honest, not super essential, but I really wanted to show you guys this one because it's got a lot of cool features. I've got nothing actually in the bag right now, but it expands pretty wide. It's meant to be a 3-day bug-out bag, so you can fit a whole bunch in there. It actually has 3 different zipper compartments and integrated mag pouches within the bag. You know, these type of bags are great for if you're in the field for the day, if you're on the range for the day, if you know maybe it's going to be a rainier day, so you want to pack some extra kit. But otherwise, the issued small pack here works just fine. Next up is boots. Okay, I cannot stress enough, oh my gosh, how important it is to get yourself a good set of boots. Combat trade guys especially, we know the issue boots do not do it. They're going to get you from point A to point B, but not without sores, blisters, and shin splints first. So these ones are LOAs. They're a little bit more expensive if I'm being honest with you. Thankfully, the Canadian Forces does have a boot claim where once a year I get to buy a pretty expensive pair of boots as long as it's within that Canadian Forces budget. Anything outside of that budget, you just pay for the extra yourself. So yeah, these are the LOAs. Mine are the Z6S Gore-Tex C. They're waterproof, durable, they keep my feet warm, and honestly, I don't have too much bad to say about them. I guess my only real complaint, and as is the complaint with most LOAs, is that the sole of the boot is pretty hard. So after long days on your feet or long ruck marches without changing your boots or taking them off, that can sometimes get pretty painful or pretty uncomfortable. Prior to picking up these boots though, I did have a pair of Under Armour combat boots, which you can find in that link. They're cheap, comfortable, super durable, and they were honestly perfect for a garrison boot or range boot. The only thing is I probably wouldn't wear them to the field, but otherwise, they're an absolutely amazing boot, especially for the price. Like I said here, guys, boots, super important. If you're gonna spend your money on anything, it's gotta be the boots and the chest rigs. What a huge difference they make, especially the boots. Take care of your feet, you only get two. Next up is slings. I'm sure you noticed them here sitting in front of you. Guys in the calf, we know already. The issued slings, they get the job done, but they're pretty basic. And not the most convenient if you need to take them off quickly. A good 2-point sling for your rifle is a game changer on patrols. This is actually one of my all-time favorite slings. I've had it for years. It's caused me zero issues. I've used it plenty of times in the field. And again, not super expensive. And you can find this exact one in my store. I had to be sure I found this one for you guys. Again, you can use the issued one, but if you decide to go non-issued, this is the way to go. The clips at the end is secure into your rifle. They're metal, so they're not going to break. And once secured to your rifle, you've got these plastic clips where you can easily just take the sling on and off. On top of that, the straps are super durable. It's got some good stretch. And the awesome part with these D-rings is you can easily turn it into a 1-point sling. And now it's perfect for shorter missions or CQB type operations. Next up is a 1-point sling. I don't use this one very much, especially with my main sling that turns into a 1-point. Most of the times I bring this one on X with me and I give it to a guy that doesn't have one. That being said, I have used it specifically during CQB, or urban ops we call it, and it was comfortable and it ran fine. And finally here, if I find myself running a machine gun, I'm gonna use this sling. The straps are a little bit thicker, a little better padded. It's got these metal clips at the end so it won't break, and the sling can extend a little bit longer. Especially with those wide straps, it makes carrying a machine gun so much easier. All right, up next, we have an underrated, but what I believe to be a super Gucci piece of kit. I honestly love this thing. It's the OTW shirt. If you find yourself deployed on operations, you're likely going to get one of these issued to you. Otherwise, you're going to have to go ahead and buy one for yourself. I personally love this thing. Super breathable. It dries quickly, and it's a lot more comfortable than the issued tunic we have. The fabric that's on your torso is like a breathable, stretchy type material. It doesn't get itchy on your body, and it dries real quickly. And then the arms, of course, still have the cat pat pattern. And they've got some Velcro areas to throw on your patches and rank insignias. And you have some nice shoulder pockets where guys throw in their notepads, pens, snacks, and their packs of smokes. Next up, I want to talk about gloves. Again, if you're in the CAF already, you know these gloves do not do it. I promise they're going to break on you within the first year. Maybe at the end of BMQ. Save yourself the time, spend 40 bucks, get yourself some good gloves. These gloves will last you for years, and you're not going to have to worry about them blowing out on you and burning your fingers on a range. The ones I use are the Mechanics combat gloves. I just got back from the field, so mine are soaking wet outside drying right now, but you can find the gloves that I use in my store. Waterproof Neos, huge. So the CAF has been issuing these to some guys. If you can get it issued to you, do it. Otherwise, spend the 150 bucks, get yourself some waterproof Neos. Especially if you're a combat engineer and you plan on going to 4 ESR, you're going to find yourself on Oplentis. That's the domestic response operations. We often respond to the floods that are here in the Maritimes. And you're going to wish you had these Neos. They go directly over your boots, they go up to about your knees, and they're extremely waterproof. Amazing piece of kit. See if you can get them issued. If not, go get them. A knife. You're not going to get issued a knife, but super important to have. Especially if you're in the combat trades, and especially if you're a combat engineer. Every good combat engineer has a knife. You're going to need it for cutting C4, det cord, prodding, and plenty of other times in your career you're going to wish you had a knife. A headlamp and a good flashlight. More importantly, a headlamp, and a headlamp that gives you red light. So if you're not familiar with it, you will be when you join the military. There's such thing as light discipline. That either means no light at all or red light only. And when it's pitch black in the woods and all you have is a red light, you're going to want your hands free, and this headlight is going to be huge for you. Finally, it may seem small, it may seem silly, but I promise it is not. We're talking waterproof notebooks and notepad carriers. Especially if you find yourself in a leadership role, keep your shit organized and dry. Even if you're not in a leadership role. You're going to sit down through mission orders. You're going to be expected to take notes. There's going to be code words, timings, and planning that you need to remember. And you're going to want these notes, especially when you're absolutely sleep-fucked in the field and you can't remember what you had for breakfast. The last thing that you want is a rainy day to come by and to ruin all of your notes and your orders. Pay a few bucks, get some weatherproof notepads and some notepad carriers. Keep it dry, keep it organized, and keep it in your kit. Trust me, it's going to save you a whole lot of trouble and it's going to make you a better soldier in the long run. All right, guys, just want to remind you guys, all of the kit you've just seen, plus more, accessories, hats, the hat that I'm wearing, apparel, compasses, GPSs, all quality kit that works, has been tested, and won't burn an absolute hole in your pocket. I've also included some amazing books on the history of the Canadian Forces and the history of the Canadian Airborne. If that's your thing, you can go check that out as well. There's even a few Canadian Forces collectible action figures if that's your thing. Big thing to remember here, guys. I plan on taking some of these proceeds and donating them towards a reputable, legit, veteran supporting organization or charity. There are too many homeless veterans on the street right now, too many veterans in need, and this is the least I can do. So your support goes a long way. All right, guys, this was a fun video to do. As you can see, got a new mic. Super stoked about that. Let me know what other kind of reviews you guys want to see in the comments. I'm hoping to get some reviews going on actual Canadian Forces weapons, as long as I can get PAO approval, but we'll see about that. Fingers crossed. Thanks again, guys, for tagging along. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, drop a comment what else you'd like to see, and like always, catch you in the next one.